Hello there, I'm Chef Eric Crowley, owner of the Culinary Classroom in Los Angeles, and today we're going to make strawberry ganache. Let's get started. We are going to need about 1/4 cup of strawberries. These ones are frozen. Fresh will wind up working well in the summertime when they're in season. The strawberries are going to be chopped up into small pieces. We're also going to need about 3/4 cup of heavy cream or manufacturing cream. And we're going to need about 7 ounces of white chocolate that's been chopped up very finely. The white chocolate should be a brand like Kaibo or Guittard or Ghirardelli, such as we're using today. So for our strawberry white chocolate ganache, the first thing that is required is some maceration of the cream. And what maceration means is basically allowing the cream to steep. In this case, we're going to wind up taking our strawberries and we're going to coarsely chop them, and we're going to put them into a bowl, pour cream over the top, and let them sit in the refrigerator for 24 hours or so. By chopping them up, we're going to wind up exposing a lot of surface area to the strawberry, and then that way the cream will actually have more surface area to come in contact with, allowing more strawberry flavor to get into the cream, and we'll also get some color into the cream as well. Should take on a nice red, even pinkish color to it. The strawberries are going to wind up going into a bowl. Pour the cream over the top, about 3/4 cup, and we wind up letting this sit in the refrigerator overnight. After 24 hours or so in the refrigerator, the cream and the strawberries start to take on, or the cream itself actually starts to take on a really nice pink color from the strawberries. We now want to actually separate the strawberries from the cream by running it through a strainer. Just a standard little basket strainer like this will do just fine. After we wind up pouring it in, get as much cream out of here as you possibly can. You could even use the back of the spatula after we get all the cream out and lightly press on the strawberries. If you press too hard, you're actually going to run the risk of getting some of the seeds to come through the strainer, and that we don't want. Lift up the strainer, give it a light press like this. Keep in mind also that you're going to have some cream that's actually going to be stuck to the bottom of the strainer. Go ahead and give it a scrape on the bottom. And this is our heavy cream that has a nice light pink color to it from the maceration of the strawberries. Now we're going to take this and we're going to start to scald it, pouring it into a pot and start to heat it up on a medium to medium high heat. And then while that is heating up, I'm going to take my white chocolate and begin to chop it. For chopping the chocolate, we're going to wind up utilizing a bread knife or a serrated knife. I find that the edge of this allows the chocolate to get chopped up much more rapidly than a standard chef's knife. And I like to start off with the corner of the chocolate and almost like shave the chocolate, if you will. Tip of the knife is going to stay in contact with the cutting board. Back of the knife is going to do the cutting. And I'm basically going to move the knife forward and down as I wind up doing the cut. You're going to find when you wind up doing this, compared to chopping up dark chocolate, white chocolate has no cocoa powder in it at all. This is basically cocoa fat or cocoa butter. So it's going to wind up chopping up, and it's going to have a little bit softer of a consistency than dark chocolate or milk chocolate. And I can hear that my cream is starting to scald. I'm going to turn the heat off on that, or lower it a little bit, and continue to chop up the chocolate. I have some nice thin slivers. I'm going to take my knife and go across, so now I have some nice little chunks. The smaller you cut your chocolate, the quicker it's going to melt. After we wind up getting the chocolate melted, or chopped up rather, we're going to go ahead and put it into a bowl. Our cream has been scalded. We're looking for bubbles to come all the way around the rim of the pot. And if you wind up getting a little skin that forms on top of the pot, that's absolutely fine on top of the cream. We're going to wind up taking this hot mixture and we're going to pour it into our bowl that has our finely chopped white chocolate. Pour it right over the top. I'm going to take my spatula and scrape all this strawberry flavored cream out. And let it sit. Really important that the cream sits on top of the chocolate for several moments, up to even 2 minutes. After several moments, you wind up taking the spatula and start off in the center of the bowl and start to gradually stir in a circular motion, working the spatula gradually out to the outer edge of the bowl. This is going to wind up gently melting the chocolate. Once the chocolate is absolutely smooth, we can stick it in the refrigerator for a short period of time and let it firm up, and we can use this as a filling for cakes. We could use it to frost the top of a cupcake. And this is our strawberry white chocolate ganache. Thanks for watching. Be sure to click on other links so you can get other recipes. If you don't see something that interests you, email a request to requests@Mahalodotcom. Also be sure to subscribe so you can get lots of wonderful additional information. Thanks, and I'll see you soon.